Welcome to the IA's 2015 General Audit Management Conference Speaker Preview. I'm Shannon Steffee, Senior Editor for Internal Auditor magazine. Today I'm talking to Carolyn Dittmeier, one of many industry experts presenting at the 2015 GAM Conference in Las Vegas, Nevada, March 9th through 11th, 2015 at the ARIA Resort and Casino. Carolyn is a former CAE turned board director and audit committee chairman for Generali Insurance, Autogrill, and Italmobiliare in Rome. She has extensive experience at multinational organizations headquartered in Europe and has supported the IAA as president of IAA Italy, chair of the ECIIA, and board member and vice chair of the IAA's executive board until July of 2014. She is also an author and university lecturer. Her general session presentation is called The Audit Committee, Great Expectations, A True Story, and will take place on Tuesday, March 10th, 2015 from 8:30 to 9:45 a.m. Hi, Carolyn. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Shannon. Nice to see you.
Now, as a former CAE turned audit committee chair, what are some of the gaps you've seen in governance?
Well, what are some of the gaps? Entering the audit committee world, I, as my presentation is called, had great expectations. I had great expectations of the knowledge and the proceedings of the audit committee, and I have to admit I did find some gaps. I found gaps in the actual knowledge on the part of audit committee members of what the enterprise risk management system is all about. They knew it on paper, but they didn't know it in reality. They didn't know really on a business perspective what ERM, what enterprise risk management meant. I also saw a little bit of an excess emphasis on the financial reporting side. We all know that risk management involves many different objectives, including especially the strategic side. And I have to say that I was quite surprised to find a gap between what the strategic plan was saying and what the risk management process was saying. Obviously, the audit committee is an important part of the board to approve a strategic plan, yet they didn't put the pieces of the puzzle together between risk management and strategic planning. So I thought there were some significant issues to address.
Now, how can internal audit help to fill those gaps?
The wonderful thing about internal audit, as I learned over the years, is that it's one of the few, if not the only function that looks across the entity, across the organization. It knows what a business model is. It knows how to put together the different objectives of compliance and reporting and efficiency and so forth. So it can really hand to the audit committee a whole new perspective that is no longer who does what, but how to do it. So process oriented. I think there's a lot of value from that.
And can you explain the three lines of defense model's role in governance?
Well, I have to say that in Europe, and if not internationally throughout the world, the three lines of defense really has taken a grip in governance. In the corporate governance codes in Europe, the three lines of defense is actually written in stone in those codes. In other words, they require the three lines of defense to be applied. Internal audit being put in the top independent assurance role, and then that middle area of risk management, of compliance, of quality. There's a little less understanding of what it's all about, what the true role of the chief risk officer is, and I believe that internal audit can help in explaining that. But in any case, the emergence of the three lines of defense, in particular the second line monitoring role and the first line pervasive control activities, risk ownership, and so forth, has truly taken a grip in Europe and internationally.
And what will be the most important takeaway from your general session presentation?
Well, there is not just one important takeaway. I have to say that if anything, I would concentrate a lot on global assurance. The audit committee has both regulatory and fiduciary responsibilities about expressing in some way, shape, or form what they think about the internal control and risk management system of the enterprise at enterprise level. In the meantime, internal audit is one of their main right-hand men or women to take on the support for that process. So global assurance is definitely an issue.
Thank you, Carolyn. I think our viewers have a pretty good idea of the interesting stuff you'll be covering at GAM. We look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you. Thank you.